What's going on, guys? My name is Mysterion from the Quad Squad, and I have come back. Oh my god, he's come back! Yes, I have come back, and I bring you a new commentary for Black Ops. This is Summit, TDM, Hardcore, and yeah. So, to start off, just want to say, shout out to one of my friends for suggesting that I do this. Let me just say, bro, you owe me. This was a pain in the ass. I gotta say, we played about 4 games in Hardcore, me and Southside Killa, one of the other members from the Quad Squad. And let me just say, out of the 4 games, 3 of them were really bad. We did terrible. I've played hardcore before, but kind of just playing around with it, just having fun. But essentially, one of the biggest problems in Black Ops is for hardcore, we ran into a lot of second chance users, which is really annoying. And if you don't know how hardcore mode works, you pretty much die in one bullet. And then there's no HUD, you know, all the UAV and stuff like that, or score to tell you how you're doing. So you have to kind of just use your tactics, and if hopefully no one's using Ninja on the other team, you know what I'm saying, and your gun skill pretty much too. So essentially, people whose second chance get that, you know, extra chance, obviously, and it takes 2 bullets to kill them. So one for putting in second chance and one for actually killing them. And it's really annoying, especially for people who camp too. Like that was another problem. People were camping and just hardcore camping the entire game. It was just really annoying. And obviously, Ghost users were all over the place, so UAVs didn't really mean much. But as you can see right now, I'm actually about to go on a tear right here. I get my UAV and I start looking for people. I get more confident, got my counter UAV, and then I get myself my napalm strike, and so I'm pretty happy about that. Swagging out on the fools, and then I die. You know, no surprise there. It's hardcore TDM. You know, you can't expect to live very long, but you know, waiting to respawn. You know, about to call in my stuff, about to call in my napalm strike and everything. But enough about the game. I wanted to talk about a couple other things. I wanted to talk about first my new controller that I got. I got a new controller because my old wireless controllers, the analog sticks, were actually wearing out. They were pretty much dead at the point in which I got my new controller. Got a new wired controller. It's the Razer wow, Razer. Pronounce this right, Mysterion. Razer Onza Tournament Edition. And let me just say, this is a really cool controller. It's a little small, but you know, it works. Lol. It's not the size that matters, it's how you use it. Lol. But anyways, this is a really cool controller. It's got backlit buttons, the 4 face buttons. It's got adjustable analog sticks. It's got multifunctional buttons. And if you don't know what multifunctional buttons are, it's reprogrammable, I should say. Buttons or bumpers, I should say, above the actual bumpers. And pretty much what you can do is there's 2 buttons way on the back where the battery pack would be if it was a wireless controller. And there's one for left and one for right. And you hold that down and then you press what button you want programmed to be programmed to it. And then once you're done with that, you can, you know, press the multifunctional buttons. You don't have to actually use that button. So like, say you wanted to program A to the left multifunctional button, you would hold down the button on the back, way on the back where the battery pack would be, the left one, and then you would hit A, and I would program it to the multifunctional button. So the way I have it set up, and actually it's a bad thing for me to have it set up like this because you know, it's really hard to get used to, but essentially I have the left multifunctional button as sprint and the right as knife. Now, the problem is that I like to use my index finger to aim down sight, but you also got to run a lot in Call of Duty. If you know, it's a pretty much a fast-paced close encounters game, and I like to run a lot. I like to rush. So one of the problems is that, like, you know, I got to keep switching back and forth from the multifunctional button to the trigger. So I've been forced to use my middle finger to be the trigger button. But you know, you may be thinking, well, why don't you just program sprint to the right one? Well, you can't do that. You can't program the sprint action to the right multifunctional button, sadly. It just doesn't work like that. But, you know, I'm getting used to it, and you may notice that my aiming actually is a little off in these games. I'm actually coming back to Call of Duty. I haven't played in quite a while, and, you know, getting used to this game as well as getting used to this controller at the same time is kind of a challenge. But anyways, moving on now, I wanted to talk about Modern Warfare 3. They released a new trailer, Call of Duty, or Activision I should say, released a new trailer of survival mode and Spec Ops or whatever. And let me just say, this trailer looks really good. It's like a 2-minute trailer. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the description. You can go ahead and check that out. And essentially, pretty much, it's like zombies mixed in with Onslaught mode from Battlefield Bad Company 2, mixed in with Firefight from Halo, mixed in with what else can I say? Gears of War Horde mode. It's all these other different, you know, types of modes mixed into one, and it's 2-player. And it just looks really cool, and it's actually also, it has kind of a combat training thing to it, because one of the biggest things it has is it has customizable kill streaks, you know, camos, attachments for your guns. It's like a point system inside of it, and there's rankings, kind of like multiplayer, but not the same. The rankings still transfer over to your multiplayer, which is good because people would just play that constantly until they got to 10th Prestige anyways. So yeah, it's really cool. They showed off some guns like the ACR, they showed off the Model 1887, the MP5K, and also they showed off the M16, but the twist was that they had bring back the COD 4 version of the Red Dot sight. Now the Modern Warfare 2 version of the Red Dot sight is still in the game, but I'm wondering if this COD 4 version will make it to multiplayer or if it will be just kind of a little thing for Spec Ops, you know what I'm saying? Because one of the main points that Robert Bowling made during, you know, some interviews and also some tweets that people asked about the game is that he replied with, they're trying to make Modern Warfare 3 sort of like COD 4 mixed in with Modern Warfare 2, but more heavily, you know, on the COD 4 aspect. So I'm curious of what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna suspect and hope that they're bringing the Red Dot sight from COD 4 into multiplayer as one of the attachments. It's not like it's gonna make a big deal, but that'd be kind of nice to have. They also showed off some kill streak rewards. And actually, I shouldn't be calling it kill streaks, but I'll get back to that later, and you'll know why. But they showed off the attack dogs, and this is the first time attack dogs will be making it into like any other mode. It's been in Call of Duty for quite a while, ever since I think COD 4, maybe even earlier. But it's not. It's only in campaign. But you know, it's gonna be in the Spec Ops mode, and let me just say that they do work. They also have Delta Squad and Riot Shields and all this nonsense. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But you know, this commentary is coming to an end. Leave a comment down in the comment section and tell me what you think about this Call of Duty mode, survival mode trailer. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys.